Is there a different room I need to...
Yeah, I'm passing the link right now.
Okay.
Okay. So, there you are in the same room with Jax, and he's kind of explaining a couple things to you as much as he can. He seems very, very frantic, to say the least. He's constantly, to a degree, ununderstandable reason why he's a little more panicky right now.
Okay.
But he is just moving, clattering, trying to find ways in and out. And you do note one thing. He looks back at Raven, and he says, "You better follow through on your end of the deal, bitch." And Raven is kind of like crawling all over. She eventually hops over to you and is crawling over to you because you're the highest point in the room. And it's like, yeah, I got this, it's fine.
No. I'm gonna grab that bitch right off my back. If anything...
Who do you want to throw it at?
Oh, I don't want to throw her at anything. If anything, I'm gonna grab her, hold her up so she can look at me right in the face. And I'm gonna tell her, what the fuck kind of mess have you caused at this time?
I didn't do shit.
Bullshit. It's always you.
Not this time.
You are always the problem, and for some reason, you're always the goddamn solution, too.
No. This time, I'm actually neither.
I look at the others in the room, if they can vouch for her.
Jack says, yeah, she's actually right this time around. For once. I'm the one that the one that started this whole mess actually was just this giant machine. The one who's going to end this mess, though, is us. Though, make a wits and subterfuge check.
Wits and subterfuge. Oh, I have nothing in subterfuge. So, 2 dice. Come on. Anytime it wants to show the roll.
Someday.
There we go. All right.
There we go.
Figured as much.
So, you do note that there was a slight pause before he said, "we." Barry's he's kind of concerned. You can tell with the look on his face, it's just, something doesn't sit right with him. And Barry's the person who knows Jack's best. But he says, well, I mean, at least we got Odin here. Yeah! Here, give me the fairy. I'll keep her off the floor so she's not bugging you.
Good. And then, fucking, I want Barry and Raven to keep as far away from me as they possibly can.
He finds a place to put her, which incidentally ends up being, like, somewhere in a corner he managed to prop up some, like, junk that's not made out of iron, and props it against the wall, and she's somehow balancing on it like a fucking cat perched up there. Surrounded by an ocean. Ishana and Zulfikar look at you kind of, well, Zulfikar is kind of just like, why am I here again?
I'm just...
Go ahead and make perception checks as you look around this massive fucking room.
Alright. Fuck. 1.
Alright. So, as you're looking around, you note that everything still is moving around in here. This place does look this entire building is one giant machine. It moves like clockwork. Every second is preordained. Every movement is calculated. Everything is just on time, set, perfect. Nothing seems to move away from the path. Not a path that was that wasn't already preset. And something about that kind of disturbs you. Because you begin to look around, and Jax manages to pull up some interesting files on the side. And as you look, you're kind of getting a glimpse of your whole life. Even right now. Preordained. Calculated. You're supposed to be here. Right now. And in a couple seconds, you're going to continue being here. Now you're going to feel angry. You're going to feel upset. You're going to feel like your entire life has been controlled. Like a machine. You're a clock. You're just a piece. You're just caught in the machine. And go ahead and make a computer and intelligence check.
That is a luck die.
Not much like this song.
Oh god. Alright, well, 3 on a luck die. Alright, there you go.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
So, you managed to mess with something so bad that as you're trying to like dig deeper in, you find out something interesting. You find out that you're apparently supposed to fuck up right now. And as soon as you fuck up, you note a couple of odd things. First off, there are a couple things that you can piece together, even for as short a time as you got to look at it. Like this. As soon as it screws up, Barry's going to be confused, Raven is going to continue sitting up there, and it's not going to be helpful at all, because he's crazy. Ishana and Zulfikar are going to be like, what's going on? Except Zulfikar can figure out, wait a second, he set off a fucking alarm. Where's Jax? Jax isn't monitored on this. That's strange. Anyway, so the machine folds up on itself and then begins to form what looks kind of like a bunch of wires, and machines are being put together until eventually something that vaguely represents a person begins to pull themselves out of the wall.
Do I recognize who it might be?
You recognize this as... let's see. You don't actually recognize this particular person. It's just a nameless guardian, but it's still an angel. And it pulls itself out.
Alright.
Go ahead and roll for your initiative.
Where is my initiative now? Okay, I think it's the same thing. Wow. Wow. Ishana being the only person here that I've actually been side by side with at one point.
Yup.
That I recall. Where did you find this, by the way? The background?
I don't know. I found it on... some environment artist did it. I'll unveil the link real quick. Give me a sec. Because I had to cover it up for the Fog of War.
Yeah, because I can totally tell it was,
Yeah, UDK.
in 3D and shit.
Yeah. Very well made, too.
Yeah. Alright, let's cover that back up. That way I'm not, like, advertising anything. I just wanted to know. I was just curious. Because it looked pretty cool.
Barry will go last out of you guys, and Zulfikar, who is built for fucking combat.
Where are all these 17s coming from? God damn.
I don't know, man. They're just showing up out there.
Jesus.
Zulfikar is like Ishana, except if Ishana was built for like straight up fucking fighting.
Instead of being more of the...
crafting.
Yeah.
crafting maternal character.
Yeah.
Everybody's mom. Okay, so with that, let's switch it up to God Machine Fight Music 2.
Nice.
Alright, with that, the angel is currently out of the wall and it doesn't have any weapons, but it has these giant, gnarly fucking claws.
How big is the room?
The room is big enough.
Okay.
You can't tell because sometimes it gets smaller, other times it gets bigger. It just keeps building and deconstructing and building again. It's hard to gauge how big this room really is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay. Okay. You watch as he goes in for a cleave with this weird-looking weapon that you haven't seen before. I mean, you've already seen the Damascus blade before, but since he kind of gave that up, he's got this new, strange-looking thing. It looks a lot more modern, a lot more sleek.
Alright.
It's like a giant. It's like a more updated version of the Damascus blade. It's a giant falcon.
Okay.
And he brings this down for a fucking cleave and does he does 11 damage before armor, but the armor knocks it down to about he's got I'll just tell you straight, he's got like 6 armor.
Jesus Christ.
These guys are not easy to damage, but every single attack done to him that goes through will tear off a piece of armor. So his armor's down to 4 now. Let me find a pen to write some shit down. Keeping notes.
I just hope a punch can hit hard enough to do something.
You've got your weapons back. You've got everything.
Like, in what way of everything?
Oh, like all the shit that you had before.
Okay. Oh, I gotta open up that page then. Just so I know the stats of the weapon.
Yeah.
Still not a cannon, but soon, hopefully, one day.
So his armor was at 6, it's down to 5 now. And they do not dodge. They just don't feel compelled to, because they're fucking scary.
I just don't give a fuck.
Give a shit.
All
Alright,
right.
so Zolfikar's turn is done. Angel's up. Every single time it's their turn, they reconstruct, and they repair 2 armor. Actually, he'll go up 2 armor. It's not repair, it's building a brand new set. So his armor's up to 7 now.
With the 2 still missing?
Like, it started off, no, with the 2 added back onto it. That's its turn. It spends
Oh.
its turn reconstructing and attacking.
Oh god, okay.
And it's gonna go for Zulfikar, because he's the closest one to him now. And Zulfikar gets a chance to dodge. His his lowest of his wits are dexterity, and his athletics.